Today we'll be maxing Arlecchino's signature weapon, Crimson Moon's Simblance. Can it be used well on anyone else, and if so, who? First, as usual, we gotta start with maxing it. Since this weapon needed some new weapon materials, I have been farming the new enemies ever since it came out. I'm still not sure we actually have enough. If not, I have not farmed them today, so we have that backup, but it's always a bit of a pain when there's a new elite because especially these guys, there's like, I don't know, 10 of them total, maybe a couple more. I did make sure to get all of these we needed because they're not even open today. We just gotta craft a bit. Risley bonus, we got 2 bonus there. We do not need blues anymore, so we can make all 38 of those purples. Would still be nice to get a Risley bonus just in case I miscounted. We got 6 there. We also do need 6 of these as far as I'm aware, so we're just going to craft 1 and there we go. We should be good now. But yeah, while we're farming here, I do want to give a quick thanks to today's video sponsor, AFK Arena. For those who love gaming but struggle to find the time, there's a game that fits perfectly into your life, AFK Arena. It's not just any idle RPG, it's a beautifully crafted world where strategy and ease blend seamlessly, offering a unique adventure to every player. The latest update ushers in the era of the Draconis faction. Dormant for centuries, this noble faction brings with it new heroes, each bearing unique abilities. The addition of Draconis enriches the world of Asperia with fresh stories, challenges, and breathtaking landscapes. You can try the new Draconis heroes for free now. This month, AFK Arena is celebrating its 5th anniversary, and they're not just celebrating a game, they're celebrating a global community of over 100 million players. This milestone comes with gratitude and a treasure trove of in-game rewards, including 250 free summons, free heroes, free skins, and many others, making it the perfect time for newcomers to embark on their journey. And there's more. As a thank you for joining us on this journey, use these exclusive gift codes for an extra 50 free summons. It's our way of helping you get a head start in your adventure. So what are you waiting for? Tons of free summons, a game that respects your time, and a blend of casual play with strategic elements makes AFK Arena absolutely worth a try. Make sure to check the link in the description or pinned comment and start playing today. And now, back to the video. Oh yeah, we also gotta craft those. I don't think I have enough. I didn't use Masterless on them yet, but I did use the standard Stardust stuff. So I'm really hoping we don't have to resort to that, which is why I'm asking for a Sucrose bonus right here. 1 on 34 Sucrose, come on. Oh Jesus, we definitely don't have enough. You gotta make up for that Sucrose. You gotta make up for it. 1 on 16, damn. There's the second to last star anyway, and level 80. Yep, we need 14 purples. I'm gonna go quickly farm those enemies and see if it's enough. If it's not, then a couple Masterless won't hurt that bad. A lot of them were pretty hard to find the first time, and some are one time as well, so these initial markers I made are kind of useless. Here's 1 anyway. Give me a purple, 3 blues, which I guess is 1 purple exactly. 1 more over here, a little over 1 purple, and as far as I could find, it was just those 2, and then we have to go to Sea of Bygone Eras down here where the rest are. Here we got a group of 2 of them, which is pretty nice. Raw purple, come on, give me a raw purple. Yes, we got 1 raw purple. At least a good chunk are in pairs of 2 like this. No raw purples there, so basically 2 purples total. Probably the biggest chunk is up here. I don't think I ever found this one though. Here's a nice set of 2. Come on, no purple. 1 more here, purple. Ooh, yes, there's definitely a purple there. Let's go. Yeah, and the one that is apparently supposed to be around here, I could never find. I guess it could be on some other layer I'm not aware of, but whatever. Possibly also just another one-time one. I do see the last one in this area, though, on pretty much the opposite side. As far as I know, there's just this last one over here in this area, and that's basically it. It is a group of 2, so let's hope we get a little bit lucky here. And nothing. Oh yes, there is one. There's a purple. I've given Sucrose some time to think about what she's done. So 20, you should give at least 3, maybe 4 to make up for it. Okay, 3 is fine. And here I would expect at least 2 bonus on 13. I don't know if it's enough, but I know we're close. Oh, it is. Okay, whatever. Here we go, getting those last 10 levels for level 90 here. 674 base attack, 22 crit rate. Skews heavily into base attack, but I think that's perfectly fine. She is an attack scaler, and depending on what team she's in and what buff she's getting, straight up attack could be better than anything else anyway. But all right, it's maxed. Let's talk about the passive now. It grants a bond of life equal to 25% of max HP when a charge attack hits an opponent. A bond of life is pretty much bad for everyone but Arlecchino herself. The one character does come to mind immediately that could actually benefit from it. This effect can be triggered up to once every 14 seconds. In addition, when the equipping character has a bond of life, they gain a 12% damage bonus. If the value of the bond of life is greater than or equal to 30% of max HP, then gain an additional 24% damage bonus. Of course, for Arlecchino herself, it's quite nice, not in the way that you can get a bond of life whenever you want to, just by doing a charge attack pretty much, because you really shouldn't be doing a charge attack unless you're actually absorbing debuffs and getting it anyway, but it will increase the potency of whatever Bond of Life she gets. And in Arlecchino's case, she should pretty much always have the full 36% damage bonus here. I'm glad that most other polearm users could use it and get some benefit from the passive, because they should at least get the 12% damage bonus. One thing I do somewhat embarrassingly need to absolutely make sure of is that it actually works how I think it does. So we're just gonna get, let's say, Hu Tao in there. Any enemy, it doesn't really matter. Sure, let's just try this slime, for example. Boom. We do in fact have a Bond of Life there, and it can actually stack. So I would imagine at this point, we do have that 30% or so required for the damage boost. There's 3 stacks on it now, and yeah, it's nearly half of our HP bar. So I definitely shouldn't say it's impossible to have the buff, but I don't think it's that realistic either. Hu Tao might be one exception, because in a lot of Hu Tao teams, you don't want her above 50% HP, and you know, the Bond of Life, if you accidentally heal in some way or another, could actually prevent that from happening. And if you just don't have a way to heal, then, you know, approximately 14-15 seconds into a battle, she should actually be able to have all 36% of the damage bonus. So I would say it could be definitely a contender for Hu Tao, but the base stats are not great for her. Massive base attack where she really prefers HP. She does technically scale with attack, but considering she gives herself so much from her elemental skill, the big base attack and low crit rate is just not ideal for her. She is the main one I had thought about it for though, just because maybe in her case, Bond of Life wouldn't necessarily be a negative thing. One thing I did want to talk about is the visual representation of the Bond of Life. Like, we have 3 stacks of the weapon now, giving us 75% Bond of Life as our max HP, but if you just look at it visually, it's under half. It's like 40% of our actual HP bar. I guess they had to do it like this because Bond of Life can be worth more than your entire HP bar. If we find another enemy and get 4 stacks, that would equal 100%, but I imagine visually it would show about half. We just gotta do a charge attack and leave. Yep, that looks pretty much exactly half. Okay, I honestly wasn't sure. I'm not sure this information was mentioned anywhere like in Arlecchino's kit, but perhaps in the Bond of Life tutorial. No, it actually doesn't mention that here either. I know Xianyun heals quite a lot, so I'm gonna do her burst and see what happens to our Hu Tao's Bond of Life. That was like a 7,000 heal there. Okay. It actually chunks away pretty fast. I'm not sure what the actual number of the amount we are getting healed by, but if it completely clears the Bond of Life, then we'll see. It didn't, just barely. All right, we have it back. Let's try again. So how much is that actually healing per tick? Okay, 3,500. Since we had about half of our Bond of Life, and it took the entire burst duration to almost clear it, that sounds about right. So I guess if you want to try and judge how much Bond of Life you have, basically double what it looks like. So I know that was a bit of a tangent, but I think it's important to know when you actually have 30% of max HP as Bond of Life. Basically on your HP bar, it looks like it's 15%. A little confusing, but something to keep in mind. With that in mind, as long as you don't have a healer in your team and you're going with someone like Zhongli to protect you, every polearm user can take advantage of this, albeit with, you know, a 14-second warm-up time until you get the actual 24% damage bonus. But I think for most players that aren't trying to one rotation things, that's gonna happen naturally. But yeah, looking at the passive as a whole, I mean, 36% damage bonus is pretty good. The fact everyone besides Arlecchino won't have it until the 2nd rotation is a little bit less good, obviously. Again, I can't recommend it that hard for Hu Tao because of the massive base attack and low crit rate because of it. But let's see who else we got. In terms of actual like DPS polearm users, we don't have a ton of them. Sino, Shogun, Hu Tao, Xiao, and Shanling, even though with a lot of these, you're not even naturally doing charge attacks like with Xiao and Shanling, and I kind of forgot how Sino works, but it's Sino. It's a bit hard with Shogun. I would say in some comps you can use it, but like not really international because there's Benny there, not really Chevrus Overloaded because there's Benny there, and no Zhongli, there can't be a Zhongli. I think the Archon team is pretty good, but yeah, it's kind of niche for Shogun. And again, these two I don't think naturally do charge attacks, so it'd be something you'd have to incorporate, and it might not even be worth to incorporate because that will of course slow your rotation down. I'm not really gonna consider supports or maybe even supports that can be sub DPSs like Chevrus because I just think there are better 4-star weapons for them. Also, I halfway forgot Chevrus heals, so that just really wouldn't work well. But yeah, I am mainly talking about the passive. Like, I still do think it could be good on Xiao for like a non-perfect Xiao player, you know, like me. When I'm playing with Xiao, I just kind of do a charge attack here and there, even though it might not be proper. Then the issue I'm thinking about with Xiao is that he consumes his own HP as well. So it's like, I mean, Xiao doesn't die from life drain, does he? If you wanted to use this weapon and are actually doing charge attacks with him, you would kind of need Zhongli or just to make sure you'd never get hit. I thought it decreased a lot more than that. It decreases based on his current HP. So yeah, he really can't die from that. Do I really have to actually make sure he can't die from that because I just said that now? Yes, this is gonna take a while. I got a new burst. Probably need like 4 or 5 more bursts until he's at 1. Next, we lost 9 HP that time. What am I doing? I've come too far. I need to know now. Here we go. We only lost 6 HP that time. Some math people watching this are probably like, oh boy. Since it's 2% of his current HP, I'm not sure if we can even get to 1. Next ultimate. 4 HP. No, this is where half the entire recording time is going. We actually still lost 4 HP on that one. Weird. There could be a minimum amount of HP we lost, so does that mean we actually can die? We'll find out in probably like 3 or 4 more bursts, which I said like 5 bursts ago. Next burst from 8. Oh no, from 8 to 6. I think from here on, we're gonna lose maybe 1 HP per burst. If we don't lose a single HP on one of the bursts, then I guess I'm just going to give up there. Next burst, we're starting with 6 HP. Let's see what happens. I think there's hidden HPs I can't see. All right, here's the next one. We did lose 1 HP. We have to go until we at least don't lose 1 HP. I feel like there must have been an easier way to do this, but anyway, we're on the next burst now. We did lose 1 HP. All right, here we go. Maybe we'll get down to 1, maybe we won't. We didn't, but I want to do it once more because I'm pretty sure HP works on like a decimal point. So I probably have like 2.113 HP or something. That would actually make me feel like it's even less likely that we can die from this, or that it would actually take infinite years based on math. Might be a thing to try for a future video, but for now I'm gonna do 1 more burst and see what happens. 1 HP. If we could see all the information about his HP, it probably would start with a 0 though. A burst at 1 HP, here we go. I think like 2 more ultimates and we'll know for sure. Next one, come on, man, do something. All right, 1 more, and then I can be confident in my words. Even if it was possible, it would be very hard to do on accident. All right, final burst, just for good measure. Maybe it is still possible. Maybe I would just have to do like 8 billion more bursts, and it might like, I don't know, trick the game into thinking he's actually dead or something. But no, I think that's it. I don't think we're gonna lose that HP. Cool. I'm never going to use Xiao again because a 1 HP Xiao must be worth something. Maybe I'll do a follow-up to my 1 HP Hu Tao video. But yeah, basically to wrap it up, I do not believe it's going to be like best in slot for anyone besides Arlecchino, but I think it can be used well. It does have the exact same stats as Xiao's signature. If you can fit in a couple charge attacks in your Xiao rotation or whatever, then I don't think they'd be too far off. This is again assuming you would have Zhongli in your team and not a healer. If you are going for Linny's bow, for example, and you happen to pick this and you're like a newer player that doesn't have a lot of options, I do think it is a solid pull arm, mainly just for the base stats there. I would not purposely go for the weapon though, especially if you're not planning on getting Arlecchino. And then even if you are planning on getting Arlecchino, I would still consider just getting her higher constellation and going with, if you have it, Deathmatch, Xiao's signature, even Calamity Queller. But yeah, guess that'll pretty much do it for the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like or subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.